Okay. What? Hey y'all, I have no idea why I am freaking transparent right now, and I'm low-key frustrated. But what's up? I'm trying to figure it out while while I am live so that I don't have y'all waiting very, very long. But hello, welcome, welcome, welcome in. How are y'all feeling? There's literally no excuse. I don't understand what is happening. See if this works, because I don't know. I ain't got it. If this don't work, y'all, I really ain't got it. Yay, perfect. Okay. Now we are kind of like cooking with gas. Okay, good evening, y'all. Happy Tuesday. How do I pop this out? Okay, there we go. Who do we got up in here right now? Participants. Hey Angela. Hey Diamonds. Hey Erica. Hey Fearless Heart. Hey John. Kenny. Hey Melissa. Hey Kofi. Shout out to the members in the chats. Can everybody hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Hey Kimberly Felder, welcome in. Hey Nikki Babe, Christia, Ingrid, hi. Shout out to the new names. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Edix XD. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. C, I think I missed you. DeLorean, Kathleen. Hi. How's everybody doing? I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little bit frustrated with what was going on, but my live is getting a complete overhaul. But then I'm also traveling. So like clearly I'm not in my home office. I am not with all of my equipment that I'm used to. So I'm a little frustrated because I'm just like, oh, I want things to be how I want them to be, and I want things to look a certain way. But it is what it is. To me, it's more important to show up than for everything to be completely perfect. So we are here. Now, while I'm giving disclaimers, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all off rip for Homecoming. I gotta rewatch for Nate because I don't remember all of Nate's story in the episode. It was so much going on. It was giving a lot. It took me by surprise, and I'm not gonna hold you. Nate's storyline kind of fell by the wayside for me, so I gotta go back and rewatch it. But y'all are free to talk about it and say what you feel like happens. I just can't give you a full take on it, and some people have already DM'd me asking about how I felt about certain things, and I was like, oh dang, that happened. I didn't even pay attention because I was too focused on some other stuff. Like I was very focused on some other stuff. Now that's the only thing I feel like I dropped or missed in Homecoming. But in All American, I basically missed the whole episode, y'all. I watched that thing first. I couldn't tell you what happened. I mean, I could tell you what happened because I'm being dramatic. Spencer and Olivia argued. Spencer is stressed because he has to go and re-recruit some of the recruits. The way that's so unrealistic, but we'll talk about it. Everybody was like DMing me talking about JJ was set tripping. I don't recall. Because it just was like, at this point, I'm slowly tuning out. So I could not tell you. I know that Olivia is going by a new pseudonym, which I screamed finally. If you're not following me on TikTok, I did post like my thoughts when I was watching that on TikTok. So there's a few TikToks that like show my actual live reactions. I meant to put them on Instagram, but I've been kind of busy today, so I apologize for that, y'all. Yeah, Olivia's pseudonym. Spencer stays stressed, and Layla drops the ball because she wants to suck face and bump uglies with Jordan. That's all I know that happened in the episode. Anything else, it's going to be news to me from y'all. So, with that said, how are we ranking the All-American episode from last night? Well, actually, y'all can drop your All-American and All-American Homecoming rankings in the chat right now. Butterliz876 says only watch All American Homecoming, can't give energy to AA. Yeah, like I think it got announced like right before the episode that Morris Chestnut was going to be in the episode, and me, Nia, and Melissa was like texting each other, and I'm just like, I think it might be a little bit too late. It might be too late for some special guests like that. Miss Scott says All American is a no for me until further notice. It's just background noise at this point. And I literally, like, I landed at midnight, y'all, as I flew back here yesterday night. And the first thing I did, I was like, okay, let me watch these episodes because I'm going to try to catch up and give these people the breakdowns. I wanted to still do my live today. So I was like, cool, let me watch it. And when I tell you, I turned on All American, and then I was just sitting there. And then my mind started to wander and like go other places. And then I picked up my laptop because I was playing The Sims on the plane. And I was like, oh, let me go finish playing The Sims. And I was like kind of watching it and kind of not. And here we are. I cannot tell you. Like at this point, y'all gonna have to help me do my job this week because I could not really tell you an in-depth breakdown. I might go back and rewatch it. I don't know. Homecoming, I do have to go back and rewatch, but it's because I think that it was a really great episode and it had so much in it. Hot fire. Erica James says a 6 for All American. Wait, a 6 for All American and a 4 for Homecoming? Child. The lies we tell. John says I thought that she was who shall not be named. Oh, I am falling off. I think that's also how y'all can tell I don't care no more. I don't care. Melissa gives Homecoming a 9 out of 10 and All American. I don't know her. Melissa's also on a train of not watching All American. She is 2 weeks in to not watching All American. If you have stopped watching All American, let me know how many weeks you're behind on it in the chat. Not JJ is an idiot. What happened? All I know is he just wants to party. XD says only watch Homecoming, 7 out of 10. Dominic says AA is NA out of 10. But Homecoming Child, 8 to 10 out of 10. Okay. Kimberly, you giving All American a 6? Fearless Heart says, I don't get why everyone in the show slut shaming Layla when her and Liv slept with the same people and Jordan only off the table because of incest. Wait, who slut shamed her? Yo, I really watched that whole episode and didn't pay attention word for Kenny says last week was 2 for All American and this week was a 4 because it annoyed me 2% less. But Aaliyah says All American Homecoming was a 9 for me. Dominic says a 9 out of 10. But if I'm being serious for All American Homecoming, is All American Homecoming you saying is a 9 out of 10? Hey Jamal, thank you. Jada says a 4 for All American and a 9. I scrolled. An 8 for Homecoming. All American is a 7 out of 10. Ingrid, you thought All American was a 7 out of 10? Listen, Antonio said that he liked the episode. We were talking earlier, but he's giving into the sitcomness of it all. He stopped trying to fight it. Kimberly says an 8 for Homecoming. I do play The Sims. Such a little random Erica fact. I don't get to play it nearly as much as I want to. Hey Trey, welcome back. Welcome in. I don't get to play nearly as much as I want to because I will sit for hours and play it, and I have to be an adult. But like on flights or when I'm just distracted or want to be distracted, then I will. And I like started with this like kids of my kids right now in this one house, and they moved to an apartment, and I was really excited about it, so I just picked it back up. But yes, I do play The Sims. I play quite a few, well, not anymore. I used to play quite a few video games. Erica, you don't like Homecoming? What is it that you don't like about Homecoming? Angela's giving All American a 6 and Homecoming a 9. Ooh. Ingrid says she's liking Homecoming better. Hey, Theana. Why are we even talking about All American? Listen, I'm only doing it to give y'all space and room to do so because I don't really have anything to say. Like, you tuned in live because of Morris, and then he wasn't even given. Kofi gave All American a 7. All American Homecoming at 8.5. How realistic is it for the freshmen to be the ones tasked to go, not only the freshmen, but one of them is a freshman walk-on, to task to go and find or re-recruit the recruits? Like, the way that they just, I hope they stretched before they did those reaches. I swear. I did go from I love her to I don't care, because I don't anymore. Christina says, I stopped watching All American in season 3. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, Ashley Renee. JJ slut shame Layla. Why did he slut shame her? Was he drunk? I didn't watch any of that party, I don't think. JJ is the last person to slut shame anyone. But it's given white privilege. That he is, because he has black friends and other friends he don't actually really tune into and realize that about himself. Maybe this is going to set him up to have like an awakening if anybody's going to really check him, or they're going to have any real conversations in All American. But again, I don't know nothing about the slut shaming because I didn't get to see it, or maybe I just checked out. I really just checked out the episode, and I made a point that like if I was going to continue to watch it, y'all said I'm going to continue to watch them in order. So I literally watched All American as soon as I got off the plane. And then I didn't watch Homecoming until today because I was tired after All American went off. Can we talk about more stress now? What we want to talk about? All American was a 4 out of 10. I'm over the girl article storyline. Let it go already. Move on. Layla will be in Homecoming next week. Yeah, we called it. We said that Layla was going to be the blast from the past for Simone. And not them trying to just make me have to choose between my faves now. We don't even need 15 minutes to talk about All American, because honestly, if y'all don't got nothing to say about it, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. Morris Chestnut popping up was a great little surprise. He was, but he also was playing a clown, so I'm just like... if I hear one more thing about this funky love article, see, we are over it. And now, like, the craziest thing, what I will say about this is for them to give Olivia a pseudonym, right? Or a fake name for her to go by. One, it's a little bit too little too late. I give her credit for, like, asking for help, but this is something that should have happened way before. Had she been going to class, had she been leaning into her mentorship and not so gung-ho about what she knows and what she got, and this is her story, she gonna do it how she want, yada 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 yada, this could have been reframed from the beginning and done right from the beginning. I don't care now that she's going by a different name. I don't care, like, and that she made an attempt to not have the bullet hit Jordan and Spencer directly, but like just have it ricochet a little bit and kind of touch them. Like, I don't care, because it's all stuff that she should have been done. It's already a little bit too little too late for me. Not ask Google to get the timer ready. Y'all are over. We can go ahead. Like, we can literally go on. The one thing I hated about this episode is that they had Patience looking like some type of Eskimo Britney Spears with some color. Like, what is happening right now? Like, and Gia, whatever her name is, I think her name is Gia. I really don't care about this show no more. Girl, you can try all you like, but this is what we're talking about in specific industries where you have to be culturally sensitive to people. You can come with great ideas and boop-de-boop-de-boo, but guess what? Gaga has some say over the things that she actually will and won't do. Doja, same thing. She comes up with those things on her own. It is not some random non-black person specifically for Doja. Let's talk about Doja, right? She doesn't have a non-black person deciding the costumes that she's going to wear. She uses her creativity to channel whatever she is trying to communicate with her performance, whatever message that she is trying to send. It is not just costume and spectacle for spectacle's sake. And like, Patience is not that type of artist. So the fact that she kind of went there and just made all these assumptions, and then Layla is too busy getting it on with Jordan to be able to come and be some type of checks and balances. I'm like, why do y'all got me watching this? Because Layla would never. The Layla that think that she gonna take her dad's record label back from Clay, think that skipping sound check and rehearsals for a major music video, your very first major production, that Layla think that that's okay? Think that bumping uglies with Jordan is the thing to do? Instead of being there where millions of, well, maybe not millions, but like thousands of dollars is being spent of her money from her company? Like, what are y'all talking about? All American? What y'all? Girl, I was born at night, not last night. And that's not it. So I didn't like that. I don't like Jordan being able to say, come please, or Layla please, or whatever the heck he texts her, and then all of a sudden she drop everything and go, boy, if you don't go get you some business and something to do, this is what I'm talking about. While y'all are loving how these two little light skins are looking together, it's not helpful for either of their careers. And I get it, Jordan. You see that Asher's running around with Jamie and they all cute and she all helpful. And he like, yeah, get you somebody to support you because it's unmatched. Yeah, but you also have to be ready for that. So those are just my thoughts. Those are all I got for y'all for All American, honestly. Anything else y'all want me to speak on? If I can, I will. Otherwise, hey Dante, welcome in. Hey Tressa. John said, I don't care about JJ like Erica don't care about thou shall not be named. The rest of the season is going to deal with the fallout of the article. So they can go ahead and count me out. It's going to be mop the floor music for me. That's what the episodes are going to be moving forward. Just talk about Homecoming. I don't think we need to see Layla on Homecoming. I don't either, but maybe she's coming down here to ask for permission. Lord knows. Maybe she's coming down here to recruit. She's not coming down to ask for permission because we ain't having no real conversations when it comes to the All-American people. But maybe it's gonna give something. Okay, Damon and Thea are the most lame. Hmm. The way that y'all stress me, I don't even understand. Like, I really thought that y'all love me. Do y'all love me or not? Like, you can tell me the truth. I'm a big girl. I am a big girl. Now y'all gotta stop doing All American like that. I thought last night's episode was better than a few of the other ones. Well, I mean, if the other ones was in the trash can and this one is like barely like at the bottom, if the other ones was at the bottom of the trash can and now we're at the middle of the trash can, we still in the trash can, right? Like, we can't lie and say we're not in the trash can no more. Before we go on to that raggedy comment about Thea and Damon having no chemistry, y'all are supposed to love me. So why y'all putting me through the ringer, having me have to read all of y'all horrible propaganda because you are so used to all of these teenage drama shows with all the kids are too fast in their ass and just want to bump uglies. Y'all have not watched or seen, specifically in the social media digital age, not enough of y'all have seen pure, new, organic, burgeoning love, and it shows. Show me that you don't know, tell me that you don't know what innocence look like. That's what some of y'all's comments is giving. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna call a thing a thing. You rock with me, but you just don't agree. Sasha, what you don't agree about? But it's also the way that y'all don't agree. Like, I could understand if you were communicating your disagreements with like points. Cause you know, like I'm an analytical girl. I come to y'all with not only what I think, but why I think what I think. Y'all just be like, Dia is trash. And that's supposed to stand as some type of fact. Dia has no chemistry. They're the lamest thing I've ever seen. No facts. Like, I give y'all reasons. I give y'all theory. I give y'all facts to back up the things that I think. And y'all just be giving me whatever you want. So it's giving you don't love me for real. That's what I'm saying. Listen, Dominic says, why y'all stressing Erica with that Dia raggedy comment? Y'all doing it for attention, I fear. And it's my fault because I'm giving into it. My goofy ass is giving into it. Too much bad happen. Every week y'all come for Dia. Let them live and go focus on Simone, who she bumping uglies with. I just... especially because y'all never come with facts, because y'all never come with like specific points of like or scenes, because y'all never really come with like specific moments that are really great counterpoints. I'm just gonna go ahead and shrug off everything that y'all say about Dia to just either have not been exposed to innocence, have not seen love that way, where baby rushed through your own love, and or are simply a hater, and all of which are okay, you know, like all of which is okay. Diversity is fine within the tribe. But I'm just not going to take it seriously, because what you can say specifically about them is that they have been showing in the writing, they have been showing visually exactly how equally yoked these two are. And what I appreciate most about them every single week is that they are a couple like no other couple. When All American or the All American universe really does have a template for what they take these couples through, and every last one of them go through it, and they move way too quickly to be able to really tell a full story. Even when I think about Asher and Jamie, like while we had the little bit of nuance, a little bit of storytelling of like, oh, she's sick and she goes to him and disappeared, but it still leaned into Asher initially being who Asher is, and now we're seeing them wake up in bed together and do all this. Like, it's nothing interesting, fun, or fresh. We've already seen it 82 million times. I don't care. I don't think it was realistic for Jamie to actually be there while Asher's trying to go, or the coach, because I'm not even gonna say Asher, a coach is actually trying to recruit on campus, but they gonna give it to it. Like, so yeah, no, y'all ain't gonna take Dia from me. And I ain't gonna take the Dia hate from out y'all heart. We just gonna stand right here. Um, some of the people in the chat aren't here for Dia. Just the ones who like to troll me because they won't, like, similar to Spencer, I do not get out of any live completely unscathed or just like completely peaceful, because there are plenty of people who just don't want me to know peace. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but Homecoming. Let's go character by character, because I'm going to be honest, I missed out on what Nate was given towards the end, because apparently she broke up with Raggedy. Glad that happened, but I don't even remember it, so cool. Hey, Michael, welcome in. Simone Hicks. Simone. Y'all know I love Simone, right? But Simone be dead wrong and loud. She be dead wrong and bold. Simone be dead wrong and out the way. And while, like, I'm saying this, I'm also being mindful of, like, it was clear to me that the creatives or whoever wrote this episode was specifically trying to speak to some of the areas of opportunity or weakness when it comes to the Divine Nine or Black Greek letter organizations and how they go about things. However, Simone's proximity to privilege is showing. Her proximity to Jordan Baker, my God, like, she just is so entitled. And I'm like, girl, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. She's mad at her teammates who are not congratulating her. Hey, Shari, welcome in, boo. She's mad at her teammates who didn't congratulate her for being player of the week. But you also don't like none of these hoes. And you have made it clear that you don't like none of these hoes. And you aren't rooting for none of these hoes. And you also aren't helping them win other matches so that y'all as a team can win y'all's matches overall. So if you don't know, a quick little Spark Notes version of like what happens in tennis. In tennis, you have individual matches and you have doubles matches. When y'all are competing as a team, when one of your teammates wins an individual match or a doubles match, it creates a certain number of points for the entire team. So if Simone is over here winning, Thea is out and everybody else is losing, the team as a whole loses. And I understand completely what Thea said when Thea's like, girl, you expect them to root for you when everybody else is struggling. And you also have smoke with other people. Simone has yet to switch back into her mode of like being nice, being kind, and just doing what she got to do and keeping it moving, not worried about people. And that bothers me. Like, yes, in theory, your team should root for you, but girl, y'all are at a very contentious place and you have chosen to fight back versus actually try to fix it. So why you want these people who you don't even like to root for you? Why do you care? Because you were just hollering last week that you don't care. And the week before that, you were saying you don't care. And the week before that, you were saying you don't care. And yet here we are, caring. I don't understand, girl. And then from there, which, shout out to Thea, who might not be banging with her right now, but she still is not, or she's not in a place of hating on Simone, and they're making their way back to some type of friendly place. And we see you, girl, even though some of these people in the chat won't hate on you. We see you, girl. Then she decides, well, if I ain't going to get sisterhood from my team, I'm going to go get sisterhood from the Greek girls. That's not how this works either, honey. You were talking about them. You didn't understand. You show up to an event late. Like, that is what happens. She really wanted to chastise old girl, JR's ex-girl. I gotta remember her name. JR's ex-girl for like not giving her the time and then creating a competitive environment where the other girl, which shout out to old girl from Our Kind of People. I'm glad she got another job. I'm glad that she popping up in the other universes. She's mad because she lied to her. Like, that is how it works. There is not a spot for everybody. Pledging a Greek letter organization, specifically a Black Greek letter organization, is a hard thing to do. Discretion is top priority. There are hoops to jump through. And the fact that Simone gets met with a hoop, one obstacle, and then she just throws her hands up and she's just like, oh, why? Y'all don't want me to be here. Y'all won't be my sisters. Nobody won't help me. Girl, you should have came earlier. Little Tootie, Fruity, Duty, whatever her name is. I expected her to completely flip the switch when she got into the Greek little interest meeting, the little community service thing. I completely expected it. But I've also, again, gone to an HBCU, experienced some of this as well. I personally was not able to complete my attempt at joining an organization specifically because my coach put me in a position where I had to choose. You either going to play basketball or you going to pledge. You can't do both because they require a lot, and he wasn't having it. So I had to go where my scholarship went. But you go through some of those things. That is a part of it. It's a part of how they weed you out, which is what she actually said. So for me, Simone ain't taking enough things in stride. Like, she's expecting entirely too much. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, if you don't simmer down, because don't nobody owe you nothing. And you are having a good week, honey, but next week you could be having a whole other off week. And again, don't nobody owe you nothing, especially because it's not given that you want to join this Greek letter organization because you love the history, because you want connections with the alumni, because you actually want the community service piece, not because you're actually attached or tied to the idea of what this organization stands for. You want this affiliation, you want to join this simply because you're not getting it from your team, which is the worst thing to do. This is a lifelong commitment. Girl, I feel like she don't need to make it. Simone need to go down a storyline where she don't make it. She gonna have to try again another time. That she don't get picked because she's not doing it for the right reasons, and neither is Damon. But we're gonna talk about his little big-headed self. What are y'all thoughts on Simone? Not Shanoa ain't here. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is, y'all. Shanoa ain't here. Let me hit her up on IG. And y'all, I literally just said all that, and I'm not even a part of a Greek letter organization. Like, Simone, how do I know this, honey? If you don't calm your little, you know what? All right, Kenny, come back after you finish rewatching All American. Homecoming. Simone reminded us that she is from Beverly Hills last night. Yes, every like 3 episodes, I feel like or maybe 2 now. It's getting real regular. Really consistent that she reminds us that she's really from Beverly Hills, and I hate that for her. Simone had wrong and strong tendency from her AA days. It's not new. I can't. Shari says Simone and Thea need to stop being stubborn and make up because they know they want to be friends. I don't know if I want Thea to be friends with Simone in this space. Like, she gotta take a couple more lumps and bumps first. She just wants too much from me right now. Yep, that was a daughter, Nikki, from our Kind of People. I don't remember what her name was last night. Trey says Simone needs to worry about her and continue to do what she can do to help the team. If her teammates don't care, just keep it moving. They will come around. That part. Gabby, that's her name. Wait, I thought the little singing girl's name was Gabby. What's the singing girl's name? Of course, y'all know I got y'all with the explanations. Christia asks, what is this validation Simone seeks? Oh my God, the thirst. Like, you are that girl, and you're trying to give away your that girl status because you think that somebody else has to like, girl, I hate it for her. She knows that they don't like her, yet she still seeks validation from them. Why? And I believe it's so unrealistic how nobody is nice to Simone. I mean, I guess y'all not gonna say that Thea was nice to her, but I feel like Thea was at least cordial to her, helpful to her. Yes, XD says, I thought Simone was being sensitive. Hella sensitive. Yes, Nia, I agree with you. I still love Simone down, but girl, come on. Like, if she was one of my friends, I'd be like, girl, don't nobody owe you nothing. And that is literally what happens. Like, if you show up late or something happened, they won't tell you. You literally have to figure it out. And sometimes you can trust the person that you're asking, who you know also has interest, and they might tell you the truth, or they might tell you a lie, because they think that you also could be potentially taking a spot for them, because it's not just anybody gets to join. You show interest, and then you still have to be selected. You have to be invited. So, like, Simone, relax. And again, I feel like they were choosing as creatives to speak to that, but they also didn't go hard enough with it. So I'm like, as writers, as creatives behind this particular episode or this particular storyline, call a thing, or get Simone to put her big girl panties on, because either you feel like this should not be done this way, period, or Simone just needs to stop being so sensitive and get with the program, or you're actually for how it is. Because I think that Gabby explained exactly it. I didn't like how Gabby let her off the hook of like, well, you know, our founders will be able to read so-and-so with the quickness. That would never happen. A person like Simone, or someone of interest like Simone, whether they liked her or not, whether they had like scouted her or not, which they have been doing this whole entire time, had that happen and they said something out the way like Simone did, girl, you would never have to worry about it. You better take another chance in grad chapter, honey. You would never have to worry about an invitation to this Greek letter organization. It just would not happen. So with her being all nice and like, girl, oh, okay, it's cool that you get to read us. No, it's not cool. Grow up. Not everything is going to be easy. Not everything is going to be handed to you. And what I think I struggle with the most about Simone is like, she is not a baker kid, right? Everything hasn't been handed to her. So it's not like you don't know what adversity looks like. It's not like you don't know what obstacles look like. So why now that you having obstacles pop up here at Brixton that you now throwing fits every 5 minutes? Oh, the other girl name was Melody. Oh, that's cute. That makes sense because she be singing. Oh, Aquila. See, I thought the singing girl's name is Gabby. XD, where'd you get Melody from? See, y'all don't know either. Edits XD says, nobody talks about it, but Thea gave her props when it's due and gave Simone advice multiple times, but yet she's the bad guy. Trey says, Erica, I love you, but you need to tell Thea to come to the altar and tell her not to ruin her tennis career with cortisone shots from the New Year's Eve guy. We're going to talk about Thea. We still on Simone Hicks, entitled Behind. We still on Simone Hicks, who's running around Brixton like she's Jordan, the female version. We're going to talk about her. Oh, Melody is the girl from Our Kind of People. Gabby is the singing girl. Aquila is JR's ex. Kimberly, you said it, and remember to say it again once we get off of Simone. I'm not really pressed about these cortisone shots, except for that. Now y'all showing me exactly how y'all about to break them up. Thea did push Simone to work harder, but they don't hear us though. Simone was resting on her laurels before she met Thea Mays. C says, Simone is whining about all these girls being mean girls. She needs to ignore them and let them be the fuel for her game. Just do what she has to do so the team can win as a whole and move on. Simone is whining about all these girls being mean girls while becoming a mean girl herself. Ooh, did I say the quiet part out loud? I get fight fire with fire, girl, but that don't apply to everything. Fearless. I don't think I'm ignoring it, because that's the part why the team is losing. You did a whole research report, recruiting report, scouting reports, not recruiting, scouting report on the team, and purposefully didn't show half your team the information that they needed to know to be able to win their matches. Girl. Thea and Simone are good for each other. They just don't realize it yet. I think Thea is starting to realize it. Simone is too caught up on trying to make everybody like her and then being pissed if they don't. Okay, before we get off of Simone Hicks, we also got to talk about her little read of Mr. Sims. Y'all get 2 minutes. Y'all get 2 minutes to talk, y'all. Go ahead. I'm going to give it to you. Because you know what? I try to keep it fair over here. Even though y'all be running me through the ringer with all of y'all horrible, just diss for everything that I love and know. Well, know and love. No, not know and love. All the things that I love the most, y'all be coming for. But I'm going to go ahead and let you get off your Simone, Reed, and Damon slander or opinions, depending on what they are. Go ahead. Simone is in her I need friends era. I don't think that that's an era anybody needs to ever be in. Naya, Simone don't owe the team a scouting report, but if you do it and you purposefully don't share it, don't be mad when people don't clap for you. Like, I don't make the rules. Boundaries was needed and it had to be said. If they go low, you go high, not become one of them, because as we can see, it backfired. That's the thing. If Simone was actually this girl and could pull it off, then that would be a completely different story. But it's backfiring on you because it's not who you are at your core. So now you just look goofy, honey. You just look goofy. Melissa says she pissed me off. He wasn't even coming at her with that energy and she took it there. He don't like the dude, of course. That's something he will want to protect her from. Edits XD says, I feel like Damon was coming to Simone as a concerned friend and wasn't jealous. Lando has showed multiple times he's sus. This is where I really struggle. And when I tell you all I'm struggling, I'm like struggling in real time today. So Keishonda, this is no shade to you, but I'm gonna read your comment out because it just is a prime example of like what I struggle with in creating content and opening up conversation with the audience. So Keishonda says, I don't understand how Damon wants Simone to just stop messing with Lando because of a rumor. But when Simone came to Damon about Thea, he said that's none of his business. I get how we naturally create narratives and we don't see how biased we are to the narrative that we like. But that's when it comes time for us to like feel how we feel, think what we think, and then also question ourselves why, and question if it's actually the truth. Because these are two very different things. Simone and Thea are also mutual friends and teammates. Lando and Damon are not. Lando is not even a part of their whole entire friend group. So that's already a thing. You already can't even compare them one-to-one because the circumstances are not the same. And Damon was correct in them having whatever tennis beef that was trickling into being personal has nothing to do with him. It's the truth. But he also said if she took it too far or she was doing some wild, outlandish, disrespectful things, and especially right in front of him, he would handle it. So that is also that thing. He's not asking her to just trust his thoughts or a rumor with no type of prior knowledge, because this is the same girl that had no problem throwing her bag in the chair as soon as Lando arrived there. She's also had confrontational interactions with Lando before she decided to start bumping uglies with him. So y'all like to trivialize and create the narrative that you want to create and throw out a statement as if it's facts when it's nothing but a bunch of fallacies supporting it. It's not the same scenario. It's not the same setup. It's not even the same action. So how are we even comparing it, trying to do a one-to-one? And that to me goes back to what I struggle with, because like right now Sisters is having a really interesting moment with one of my favorite characters in that series, and people are picking me apart behind my thoughts on it, and then they're coming to me with these illogical ass points that are not backed up by anything but their backwards ass narrative and their forgetfulness of some things that actually did happen, that also shifts the narrative from what they wanted it to be. And it's like, y'all, hold yourself accountable the way I hold myself accountable to the things that I'm saying. They're not the same. And just because you want to make it the same, don't make them the same. Okay. Damon be doing too much. He tried to use what Jerry told him to come between her and Lando. He could have just went and told JR what Simone got to do with baseball business. I don't care what friend it is, male or female. If they are having sex with someone who I think is a shitty person, I'm going to say it. Because I just don't think that you should be exchanging energies with a shitty person, especially if I know you to not be a shitty person. But okay. Not and then Nia, I like that. Damon's just wanted Simone to drop Lando off of a rumor what he thinks it is. I wouldn't be dropping Lando fine tail. That tells me that you won't drop him not because Damon don't have a point, but because you think he's fine. And I can respect that. I can respect that because you're clearly pointing to your bias and your reasoning why. Damon worried about the wrong things. I think a lot of people are worried about the wrong things in Homecoming, and it's making for really great television. Christia says, and I don't like how people are trying to make Damon to be jealous. Honestly, the writers are actually in their bag, because the way that they have set this up and are navigating it, it's brilliant. They have created little trap doors for, like, they could jump into any one of them that they want to. I love even specifically in this episode how while Simone is reading him, while I don't agree with the read, while she calls the thing a thing that everybody has been like, will they, won't they, is they, won't, are they not? Simone can't do this because she experienced this. And the fact that she actually, part of her monologue is like, I done already did the messy stuff, I'm not doing it no more, I done seen this, boop de whoop de whoop. I was like, I love this writing. It's brilliant. So I'm not taking away from them creatively. Like, I have no problem with it in that regard. Again, I think that it's brilliant. But I personally don't believe that Damon is jealous romantically. However, the way that they have written it, they give y'all space to actually say it, to actually think that, to actually feel it. And it really depends on the narrative that you want to go with and what you're going to help concoct in your mind. Kimberly Felder says, Damon was just being a good friend and warning her about Lando. Why she go off like that? Because she feel away. Now the tables have turned. Simone is feeling away. That's all this is telling me. Simone is feeling away. So Simone now, because what y'all not going to do is try to backtrack and say that this was all very prevalent prior to, because y'all love to do that. Y'all love to retroactively try to put something on some things before it's actually time. Simone's dialogue, Simone's actions as of late are now starting to point to she actually do want to be with Damon now. I think the more she sees the Damon and Thea relationship play out, the more she might long for that. And I don't know if it's true desire romantically, or if she just missed what her and Jordan had, or miss what, like, being, what her and Jordan had. I don't know. But that's what that's telling me. It's telling me that the tables have turned, and now Simone is more interested than what Damon is. Because that to me was what her response was. Diamond says, I can finally see that you're a ride or die Dia stan. I don't stan anyone because I personally like have a problem with stans after being at the mercy of ridiculous, unhinged Olivia and Samantha stans. So I wouldn't call myself a stan, but I really do enjoy their relationship. Simone was tripping. That's her friend. She should have at least listened and had the convo. Nia Love says. Dominic says, however, I don't like this for Lando, like Sando and the bando not going in there. But Damon was right. Oh, I wonder if Lando did it for the purposes of someone on his team leaked it and blamed Lando. Lando wanted out of Hawkins. He either wanted out of Hawkins or he didn't want Damon to be able to come. He did it for his own selfish reasons, and point blank period, he shouldn't have did it. And yes, it's a rumor because they don't know the people over at Hawkins, but clearly he did it. And if he lied about it, it's just gonna make it worse. I get her not wanting to take a rumor and then decide her whole, she can't even, I was about to say, I get her not want to take a rumor and decide the fate of her whole relationship behind it, but she made a very valid point last episode, how she's not in a relationship. They are just bumping uglies. So also, girl, it's supposed to not even be that deep. It should be at the bare minimum. You can ask that man, did you do this? Your friend Damon Sims should be able to come up to you and tell you this, and you be able to go to that man and be like, well, did you do this? What y'all got to say to that? Shari says, even if Lando did release the footage, is that so wrong? Lando doesn't have any loyalty to Damon and they don't like each other. So if Lando was being messy, doesn't matter. Shari, I think it matters because it speaks to the type of person he is, which y'all know. I have spent weeks on end while y'all talking about this man fine skin and his beautiful teeth. I have spent weeks on end telling y'all was giving him too much too soon. And I don't trust him because he has a petty, jealous spirit. And I don't rock with people who have jealous spirits, right? So in the grand scheme of things, no, it don't matter, but it just speaks to the character of the person, if that makes sense. Sasha, he didn't provide receipts with Thea. What example are you giving? Because it doesn't match up 1-to-1, because he actually did. When he told her that Thea would have come to her direct, that was all the receipt that she needed, which is why she also backed off, because she realized Thea was not putting these girls up to dragging you like that. Thea's going to come full force head up. That's how she operates. That's receipt enough. What do you mean? He came with the exact same receipts as that. He literally said this is another way that this dude has done some shady stuff. I get that y'all don't want it to be a thing, but just say that. Just say that you agree, you like Lando because how he looks, or you don't like Damon, so you're gonna believe Lando. But like, let's not try to make it 1-to-1. Oh, these are exact same, because they're not. And then by your rules, by these twisted things that you're setting up, what you're saying is actually incorrect. Kofi says, it's really convenient for Lando to leak the tape. Who to say that the coach Shaw didn't leak the tape? He got a reason to be mad at Damon, and Lando lost 2-star pitches, so Jerry might be stirring the pot. So he's talking about before Damon even signed. Lando was still on a team there. So be mindful of the time frame that they're talking about. Naya, you asking what does Lando leaking the tape have to do with Simone? I think I answered that when I said that to Shari about it. Just speaks to the type of person he is. Also, Damon was out in the public eye where anyone could see it put it out. Naya, you saying it doesn't make Lando a bad guy for Simone, it just means that he don't like Damon. Two things can be true, right? Like, this could not actually mean that he's a bad guy for Simone, but it also speaks to his jealous, petty nature. And I personally care about people's morals decorum, how they carry themselves, and their mindset. My friends mirror similar mindsets. We might not all agree on everything, but for example, I can't be friends with someone who is okay with being a thief. I just can't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is also something that stresses me out, because sometimes I feel like people be trying to make points off of, or counterpoints to points that I never made. When I say that y'all are right, this doesn't have anything to do with Simone directly, but it speaks to his character as a person, and that's something that she could take into consideration, and that's something that her and her friend group do take into consideration. I mean, Keisha will not let old narcissist Raggedy Nico into the friend group to save his life, because what? He has a nasty narcissistic spirit. It's similar. Oh, Eddie Sexy. Yeah, you're welcome. People are saying that he didn't do anything to Simone. It's like, yeah. It's just interesting how far people go to like willfully step over things just to make whatever they want to believe true or feel more true. And it's just like, okay, but like at that point, I can't even really have a conversation, because while you are willfully ignoring something or completely shifting the narrative in your head, I'm looking at it for what it is. Damon's entitlement definitely reappeared in this episode. Thank you, Kathleen. So for the people who like, y'all feel like it's the same thing with Damon or Simone and Thea as Damon and Lando. We know Thea's character to a certain extent now, where we could say if she will or will not do something. I think my point in being mindful of people's character, and I hate to like take like, because I'm not gonna take it there, because I think that might be a little bit too serious, but I really want people to get my point, and I'm trying to like explain it as many ways as possible. So let me think of something else, because I was about to take it to a whole other place. If Lando leaked the video to hurt Damon, right, and get something that he wanted, that tells me that he's capable of making that choice in other ways as well. There's no way that presented itself just yet that impacts Simone for him to choose or choose not to do that, which means that that's a possibility. For me, with Thea specifically, I feel like I have a great understanding of how far Thea will go when it comes to Simone. She's going to whoop her ass on the court. I don't think that Thea's going to hire some girls to beat Simone up outside. I don't think Thea is capable of trying to sabotage Simone's racket or do what she feel like Simone did to her back. Like, she's just not that, and that speaks to her character. I personally don't feel like we have seen Lando enough yet for me to rule out what is or is not a part of his character. And from what I have seen, aside from the nice little words that he gave last episode, he has shown to me a lot of negative and not enough positive to counteract it for me to really establish a strong baseline. So for me, they are not the same. And I wasn't going to say it, but to tie it to real life, it's similar to this isn't, okay, I'm not even gonna say it's similar, because it's not similar, but I imagine, be clear what I'm saying. I use my words, or pick my words wisely, y'all. The young lady that we saw unfortunately lose her life in Mexico. There's something to be said about surrounding yourself with people with character, with mindsets, with morals that don't actually align with you. This is not her fault. What happened to her is not her fault. However, my head is always on a swivel for how people move, what people do, what people think, because that to me helps me inform myself of if I'm actually safe with this person, if I actually can trust this person, if my life is okay or won't be threatened around this person or persons. So I get what y'all are saying about, okay, you feel like it's just as simple and it's Thea and Simone versus Damon and Lando. When I'm talking about people and characteristics, specifically people with snake energy, thief energy, random jealous energy, those type of people are capable of anything. So I don't write that feeling off personally, easily. I don't. Does that make sense? I feel like people just like Lando because he's fine. That's part of it. Angela says Damon probably hoped Lando did leak it just to have a reason to go to Simone again. That could be a thing too. What I will say is, y'all, I was already questioning Lando before he said anything about this. So I'm also very different, right? Like, I already didn't trust him to begin with. So that don't do anything else for me. It just doesn't help me root for him because I haven't been. Y'all can go back and run the tapes back and see exactly what I think of Lando while y'all have been praising him week after week. And all of that for me is to say that I personally don't believe that Damon was romantically motivated in what he said to Simone about Lando. I know that people want to believe that, or it makes the way that they have written it, it leaves it open for you to go that route. I just don't believe it. And it's because of those things I just told y'all. And that's fair. Angela, you said that you know Thea's character and you don't trust her. That also could be something that speaks to your current lived experiences. You might have experienced a Thea and sis wasn't given what she's supposed to give and you didn't feel safe. Like, we are all informed by our lived experiences. And I have been around a lot of people. I have seen a lot of things. I have lived in a lot of places. Like, and that informs what I think, how I move, and how I make decisions. So, if y'all really believe that Damon wants Simone and it's literally the same thing and he's being ridiculous about this whole Lando thing, I am not here to take that away from you. If that makes you happy, please continue to believe it. However, I try my best to give y'all in-depth reasoning behind, you know, some of the things that I think and why I think they, not that it's right or wrong, because like at the end of the day, none of us are right or wrong. But I just struggle to have conversations with people when I feel like you're not being, and not that you're trying to lie, but you're not being fully truthful. Just because you're allowing the narrative that you want to have happen overpower you. You have to be safe around your surroundings. Times have changed for the worst. Have changed for the worst. And I feel so bad for this young lady, and rest in peace to her. Like, I really feel bad when I think about it. And what it does for me is give me further resolve. Like, I have family members who be like, yeah, Erica thinks she's too good. Erica don't want to come around. Erica this, Erica that. You damn right. Because I like living. And you roll with people who are questionable. You do things that are questionable. You don't even got your safety for yourself together. Why in the hell would I put myself in a position for you to compromise my safety? And that's my family, let alone friends that I grew up. Because again, I've grown up in the hood, Northeast Baltimore. Be clear. And I am very, very intentional and particular. And I watch everything. I peep energy I observe people, peep energy, peep behavior, and then I'm like, oh, I can rock with this person, or no, I can't. I could decide if I'm gonna rock with somebody before they even open their mouths a lot of the time, depending on the situation or the circumstances that we're in. And it's not on no mean girl stuff. It's on just being very observant and paying attention and listening to what's being told. But we gonna move on. Damon is finer. Damon is definitely finer, in my opinion. Okay. 82 people. When I be going on my little conscious rants, I feel like the thing be dropping off. Dominic says he was telling Simone as a friend, and they tell Jerry as family. So IDK, why Simone? But I didn't want to say anything until you said something, Erica. Oh. Kobe says, yup, that makes sense. Thanks for the TED Talk. I need receipts and concrete proof. Can't go based off of a rumor, even if it tracks with Lando's character. And I appreciate that. You saying that's what you're literally like. As for me and my house, Kofi said, as for me and my house, I like homie. So until I actually have proof, I'm going to go with it. But it is kind of in old boy's wheelhouse. I love that. Can we talk about Thea now? Yes, we can. Let's talk about Thea. That's the quote. I like living. It be stressful sometimes, but I still like living. Thea Mays. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get the unpopular opinion right out the way. Cortisol is not going to kill her. Okay? But it is going to kill their relationship. And that's the part that I hate. That's the part that I hate. Like, not to tell my family's business or not, or anything, but I have family members who get regular, I don't know if it's like quarterly or twice a year cortisone shots, specifically for pains in their joints and like relief from intense pain and pressure that is brought on by, you know, the wearing down of cartilage and bone rubbing on bone and all that. It is 100% safe. It's a regulated thing. I do think that Thea should not be pushing herself. Like when they brought up the red shirt conversation, I was so excited. A red shirt in NCAA, right, y'all? When you redshirt, you decide to sit out a year, but you also get to keep that year of eligibility because you declare you have a certain amount of time before your season starts to declare yourself as a redshirt. So that year won't count against your eligibility. So you'll still be able to compete. You only get 4 years of eligibility when you're in the NCAA and you're competing collegiately. And if you redshirt, you'll still keep that year and you'll just sit on the bench. You can still practice with the team. You can still travel with the team. You can still do all of those things, but you just cannot compete. And it's a good option, Thea. Redshirting your sophomore year and truly healing up to come back your junior and senior year and crush it is dope. And specifically, like my team, they didn't have like, the people I'm about to tell y'all about in the story didn't redshirt, but because Hurricane Katrina happened and we lost a year or we lost the season, we were granted that. So I had teammates who were pre-farm students or majors in undergrad get to go to the pharmacy school, and instead of their senior year being the senior year on the court being the fourth year on the court as well, they were able to get another year, their first year of pharmacy school paid for, because they were able to have that year. So it's the same thing. Thea, if you want to go to graduate school, you could still be competing, and that would technically be your senior year, and you will be fully healed up. I get that you want to get back on the court right now, but you dating a freshman, honey. He's going to be here for 4 years anyway. What are we doing? All of the people that you're like developing family and friends with, i.e. Simone Hicks, who's going to be your best friend by the time y'all finish with college, she's a freshman. You're a sophomore. You could literally find yourself athletically on the same level as all the people that you spend the most amount of time with. What are we doing? This feels like a no-brainer. What are you rushing off to? Aside from the fact that you want to compete professionally, which you could start to do at any time. Like, I think that that's a different thing when it comes to, well, maybe not, because with basketball and volleyball, I know for sure you cannot compete professionally and collegiately. So I got to look it up for tennis because I don't know that. I stopped playing tennis in high school. But even if you want to go pro your senior year, like, girl, you're still good. You're still Gucci. Like, I feel like Thea making it seem like it's the end of the world was a ridiculous stretch, but it was a realistic one, because the moment that a student athlete hears the word red shirt, we think our lives are over. We think our careers are over. We think that it's just the rapture. And watching it, I just felt like this was one of the most authentic moments of the episode. What did y'all think about that? Thea's gonna be a great tennis player. Facts. That's what the boy name is. I knew I didn't like that boy when Simone kissed him, and now it's just coming to fruition. Like, I'll be honest with something, and I trust my intuition. It's giving raggedy dope dealer. Like, sir, go to hell real quick. This man was pressuring my girl Thea to take those injections. I was like, Thea gotta beat his ass. Yes. And also, sir, like, you set out for a while, and like, is this what you're doing to get back? And like, are you even the best? Like, don't you got some other things to do besides worry about Thea? Like, I'm gonna need Damon to overhear one of these conversations, because what's up? Y'all see how Damon was about to beat JR's ass on that mound? He was like, oh, you gonna run up and get done up. That's what I need for Rome. That's what I need for Rome. I wish that tennis coach Lonnie was more like Coach Marcus to get some time to sit down with her players and know them very well. Yeah, I agree. I wish they had that too. Dominic, I agree. I agree. I think he did it as a friend too. That's what I was saying. All that I said was to say that. I mean, sis should probably slow down though. Exactly. I don't know why people are making a big deal from the shots. A lot of athletes does them. Yeah, it's a thing that happens. I mean, I didn't get to get them. Like, I spent my whole senior year playing on a torn meniscus, and I had to do ice baths every single day to keep my knee together. But I don't like medicine. I don't like to take things. Even after I had surgery on my knee, I think I took the pain meds for the first 2 days, and I was on bed rest for like 2 weeks, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not taking these no more. I'm not doing it. I just have a very weird thing about, like, y'all ain't gonna get me. I don't like being under the control of other things or people. I don't like it. That coach needs to read the room, because telling Thea that it's not the way to make her stop pushing herself too hard. I feel like it should have been a greater conversation. You're right. The way that she said it, it was just like, and her knowing who Thea is as a athlete, she should have known that she needs more words to like explain to Thea how this could be an actual plus for her. And I really wish Damon knew that this is the thing that's on the table, because I think that Damon could talk her off the ledge as well, but she hasn't revealed any of it to him. So he can't beat up old boy, and he can't talk her off the ledge. And I'm just like, I expect Damon to flip the school on his ass when he finds out who's supplying Thea with them injections. The Chicago player is not going to be playing when he find out. And then, just as for y'all, then he gonna find out that Simone kissed him on New Year's, and I'm gonna hit him with a 2-piece because of that. I'm playing. Shar, you think that Thea's gonna wind up red shirt anyway? I mean, you can suffer like neurotoxicity or like neuron damage if you one, inject them incorrectly and overuse it. So she could be making it worse. Kofi says, as former athlete, what damage and effects and old boy who kissed Simone on New Year's Rome, I'm not feeling him. Something about him is off. Am I tripping? No, you're not tripping. And Erica been saying that when y'all was rooting for it, when Simone had her dang on tongue down that boy's throat. It's also something about me, y'all, and this could be like the little tiny bit of elitism that's with me. Like, I just feel like not everybody deserves parts of people, especially if you're a top tier person. Like, not everybody can tongue kiss me. Like, not everybody can sleep with me. Like, not everybody can. And when Simone is in that bag and just doing that, I'm just like, girl, you are not one of those. What are you doing? Will they really be besties though? Yes, they will. Remember that I called it. Thea is older than Damon. Thea is a sophomore. Nita says we don't know if the shots are legit. Trey, you can take them for more than 3 months, but you get them like once every 3 months. Rue JB says, I hope they don't use the cortisone situation to break Damon and Thea up. Damon is definitely coming with an ultimatum. The moment that he tells Thea what it is and she don't listen, the moment that he confronts old boy and she don't listen, Damon might even have a moment where he talks to her coach and then Thea's still not going to listen. It's going to come down to an ultimatum, and Thea's going to be hard-headed, and that, like, I don't want that to be the case, but that is the easiest. Like, it is so clear as day that that's the option, a clear path to the finish line of where these writers are about to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Thomas says, I didn't know what a red shirt was, so thank you for explaining. I got you. I always got y'all. Thea needs her friend. She does. Tootie works my damn nerves, period. And honestly, like, if Simone is going to, and I know we're not on Simone right now, but I'm on Tootie for a second. But Tootie, to be as shady as she was, don't think that this makes you special or better. I'm like, but it also don't make me a crybaby. Remember you was boo-hooing about with your parents reading your ass for filth the other day? Bye, ho. Like, Simone, you also not quick enough. You're not quick enough. You need comebacks. Damon is definitely going to beat Rome's ass when he find out that he gave Thea. Wait, I lost it. Oh, gave Thea the shots, knowing Damon, he going to think Rome pressured Thea into taking the shots. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Violence is not the answer, except for now, because I'm about to be very much so entertained. Damon gonna hit Rome with the 2-piece plus the whooping he was supposed to give Jordan. Listen, we are here. We see each other. Chris said it's a lot of dudes. Rome, Lando, Jerry, like, what's going on? I love how Thea knows how to give credit when credit is due, as she did with Simone by congratulating her. Yep. And if you ask me, that's the only thing that mattered. If I was Simone, Thea saying congratulations would have been all I needed. If I needed validation, that would have been all. I don't need the rest of you hoes. The queen bee who almost beat me with one arm and have nothing but smoke for me, and actually thought for a second that I was trying to sabotage her until she got her mind right and still ain't apologized for it yet. She came and told me I'm doing great. I don't need nothing from none of y'all. I don't need nothing from none of y'all. Fearless Heart. Do I think that they're gonna sleep together before a break? Who? Damon and Thea? Before they break up? I hope not. Hey, Bucket with your girl. Welcome in, boo. Hey, Chandrika. Were you already in here? Did I miss your name? I'm sorry. Isn't she having a bad reaction to the shot? Is that with the bruises from her shoulder? Yes, I think so. I need some comebacks as well. Teach me, Erica. I am very slick out the mouth. And if I don't say it, I'm thinking it. So I'm also like cracking myself up half the time because I done cussed you and your mama out, and probably your auntie too, and your big arm, big mama, if you cross me. Like, I'm always coming up with some ridiculous stuff to say on a tier. And also, one thing that I'm going to do, which is why I also stay quiet a lot in conflicts, unless I'm actually going to, like, I make a decision if I'm going to engage or not. But a thing about me is I am going to always take it too far. Tootsie needs to be read. For real. Where's Keisha? Because Keisha would get her. Are we off Thea? Y'all said everything that y'all wanted to say about Thea? I didn't like rewatch the promo like I typically do, which I'm going to do a preview video finally. I'm going to get back to doing videos every week. I know I've been saying that, y'all, but I'm like, for real. I got to get a bunch of videos out before Thanksgiving because I got another flight on Friday. I don't know what is happening. Once December comes, after the first week of December, I'm going to be sitting still for a while. I was supposed to go back to LA for something, but I don't know if I'm going to wind up doing it. I'm going to be sitting still, and it's going to be nothing but content. But before Thanksgiving, because I'm going to Detroit to see my family, I want to try to push out as much as I can, and I'm not going to be able to do a ton while I'm there for a few days. So I am going to do a preview video where I talk about what I expect for both All-American and All-American Homecoming, but specifically All-American Homecoming for next week. I don't know. Like, I saw the little lingerie, but I don't know if they actually going to go through with it. Like, I feel like Damon going to see that the bruise is going to come up again, especially if she got another one. Chrissy says, I'm the exact same way. I pick my battles, but better leave me alone. Because I'll read your life. You better leave me alone. Because if you catch me on the wrong day, and I don't care, I ain't got nothing to do, or I have found some time. Sorry to that man. Sorry to that woman. But not really. Because you asked for it. I'm very much so that person. I'm like, just leave me alone. Because I promise you, I did not come to you. Like, I did not start it, but I will finish it. Christina says, I'm sorry, but I have to see Damon beat somebody's ass, especially for Thea. Me too. And it's nothing but for my problematic desire of wanting to see that visual. That's it. Like, let's call the thing a thing. It looks like Thea and Damon might go there next week. I feel like when they show us that type of stuff in the trailers, it don't actually be happening. Like, they might get close, but it don't actually happen. And I do believe that the conversation is going to come up. Because I do believe that Thea is a virgin. And I think that conversation is going to happen before they actually get to that place. Ooh, Christina says a girl was flirting with Damon in front of Thea, and I feel like that's why Thea over there on Damon's bed with the lingerie on. Oh, well, then they definitely not going there, because once that come out, Damon not like, you're not about to bang me because you too worried about me cheating on you. Girl, I ain't going nowhere. They definitely not about to do it if that's the case. If that's the setup, that's not happening. Rue JB4 says, my love for Thea. Homecoming got me sitting here at 2 a.m. Where are you at? I can't. Listen, Homecoming better hire Erica so she can read everyone with Nate. I would love to see it too. Erica would hit them with the common sense. That part. Thank you. I love that comment. He was already fighting before they got together. I really have to go back and rewatch the episode because I wasn't even paying attention during that game with Damon and the like Kappa Pod, whatever. I don't know their name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all, but like whatever JR's frat is, right? When JR was about to run up on that mound, all I could focus on was Damon, and Damon was like, bet. Like I just imagine nobody getting in JR way, and he was going to be on the ground, y'all. And it was going to be the funniest thing ever. I know that they stopped him, but I saw it all play out in my head, and I was just like, well, the more you look around, the more you're gonna and anybody can catch it. Anybody can catch it. All right, let's move on to Damon, because I think we're done with Thea. Damon, you do not need to pledge. While I think that JR is goofy, I completely understand his reasonings for not wanting Damon to pledge his fraternity. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Damon's face was smirking like, you really want to do this? It was the most, like, I think it was like one of the funniest things of the episode. Cause I, like, if I was more of a JR, like, super fan, I probably would have been looking at it like, no. But because I'm more so a Damon, like, run up and get done up, I was just like, you definitely believe that Damon is going to stop Thea before they do it, for sure. He's such a really great guy. JR too little, Damon didn't flinch, did not, like, I need to pull that and make that a gif, because I just thought it was freaking hilarious. Hilarious. JR was like, listen, bro, we share everything. Can I please have the fraternity to myself? And honestly, if Damon actually really loved the fraternity and like always dreamed of being a part of it and like had researched it or whatever, then maybe I could be like, all right, JR, you're going to have to work through whatever little feelings of insecurity and be overshadowed possible. But Damon, you don't even care about this stuff. So like, let him have it. Melissa says, I was cool with it, but I didn't like how he went about it. Damon said he could have used his words. He could have. That's the thing about JR. He really could have. He could have spoken up. And it's yet another week that JR is showing that he is a little brother at heart. Like, he do not give big brother energy at all. And why? It boggles my mind. And I want to like JR more than I do, but he just... he does this type of stuff, and I'm just like, sir, you're annoying. Again, pointing to certain things that speak to his character. Like, you love Damon just so very much, and all of that. And it's not to say that you can't make mistakes and you can't make bad choices or whatever, but the way, like, he's just, and maybe it's also how he was written. He's just so hot and cold about it. Like, or not so hot and cold. Yeah, so hot and cold. Like, he didn't have any kind of varying degrees of, like, still showing care and concern for Damon, but then still also trying to honor himself and his confliction around it. Because he could just flip that easy and act like Damon don't matter at all, that bothered me. I wish that they would have written in a little bit more of, like, confliction for him so I could feel him a little bit more. So just so we clear, y'all, JR, Keisha, and Thea are all the same age, are all sophomores. Or Keisha's not a sophomore, I don't think. Keisha just, daddy been the president, so she's been around that long. JR and Thea are the sophomores. My bad. Does JR dim his light around Damon? See, y'all be trying to set me up to be messy, because I was really about to answer what light. What light? Kofi, you're gonna have to speak up, because I'm the worst person to answer that question. Does JR dim his light around Damon? Erica's not gonna answer. I feel like, why y'all come up with that? I feel like other ways that the writers could have chose to show that is, like, JR could have been like, oh, Damon, you interested in Greek life? Like, did you check out this? Like, tell him about the other ones. Like, I feel like that would have been a great way to show the confliction that he has of, like, wanting to support his brother and maintain a really solid relationship with Damon, but also not want him to be a part of his frat. I think that was the one part that is missing. Ooh, is Nate a sophomore? Nate is a sophomore. So those three. Right? Yeah, Nate is a sophomore. Wait, Keisha's a sophomore too, because wasn't she in class when Simone came to visit? But I was thinking back about the character breakdowns when they first announced them. They were like, oh, she knows her way around campus just because she's basically grew up there. But I think Keisha's a sophomore as well. So those four. But I did like the, like, conflict, right? Like, I'm not shading the conflict between JR and Damon. I think that JR could have used his words better. I think that Damon needs to not so easily slip back into his arrogance bag. Like, I know, yeah, I'm MLB hopeful, Damon Sims, but don't worry about all that. I'm here to make sure you have a good time. Boy, don't nobody know who you are. Again. I wish he had his phone so he could snatch it and the boy could be like, huh? Give me my phone back. Can you cut it out? Like, you taking me back to when I didn't like you, and I have already been chastising myself week after week after week about not liking you, and then you gonna give me a flashback to the exact reason why I don't like you, and I don't like that arrogant energy, Damon. I can't. So yeah, they both could have done things differently. I think I would have enjoyed if they had a different part of JR's story be like him trying to push Damon to other fraternities. That would have helped humanize his, like, disdain, for lack of a better word, around that idea for me. JR gets on like that because he's more around JR Senior. You joking, but it's the truth. Your father is B made, so you be acting B made, and that's that on that. Kenny Ford says, "Oh, you back? How did you like the episode? He needs communication class, but I love him for real, for real." Erica, give JR time. He's better than the first season. Therapy is working, and he do be acting like a little brother sometimes. Listen, I don't need to give him some time. You're giving him time. So when I am ill-equipped and I don't have the capacity to offer up some grace and understanding, or more grace and understanding, because I give him a little bit. Again, I feel like Damon could have acted differently too. Then I'm just going to tag you in, Kofi. That's it. That's all. You are literally my compassionate JR arm. And I understand my strengths and weaknesses. Okay? Since Layla's at Brinkston, I believe Clay will be there. I seen he was wearing a fraternity jacket on Instagram. No, that fraternity jacket that he was wearing is his real frat. He's a real Kappa in real life, and they are not using real Greek letter organizations on the show. I think because this episode was talking about heavy the Elite Eight, which is basically them trying to like create another name for the Divine Nine. I think that's why he posted that. We won't stand for it, Damon. We will not stand for it. You like the brothers' growing pains? Yeah, but JR better know his strengths, because again, he gonna run up and get done up. Okay. How do we feel about Auntie Amara breaking up with Zeke? Because like, while all of it sound great, like her sound bites were brilliant, I'm also like, girl, he's a widow. Like, what are we doing? And you seem so happy. But he also didn't show up for Mental Health Day, or the day before that required the Mental Health Day, or Black Joy Day. What was the name of the damn day, y'all? Joy Day? Black Joy Day on campus? Oh wait, I've had it on top chat this whole time. I've been missing messages, I think. JR storyline is JR storyline is basically him being a city boy. I can't. Melissa, you loved them breaking up. You wasn't feeling them. You still trying to go for Turner, huh? Turner and Amara is where your heart is. I feel. Black Joy Day. Black Joy Day. Okay, that's the name of the day. I don't know. I didn't think they was only gonna make it for 3 episodes. My God. Like, I wanted a little bit more for her. Red is not a flavor, says KK means laugh out loud on Twitch. I can't. But can Damon really fight though? I imagine that he can, and I hope that he don't ruin it for me by like getting his handed to him. Too many people was involved when it came to him and Jordan. He did get a couple swings in, so it's still fair game. Their romance fizzled out quickly. Too quickly. You know, Amara had to become single for Coach Marcus. He not ready, Cindrika. He not ready. You said, Dominic says Coach Marcus isn't ready for Amara. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Coach Marcus, and this is not fair. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. This is not fair. But part of me will not see Coach Marcus as ready for real until he's head coach again. He won't be ready for a lot of things in life until he's head coach for me. Because him being up under this goofball, this goof troop, not even a goof troop, because we love goofies. We love the cartoon goofies. I need to come up with a disrespectful name for that man. Him being up under him is still bothering me. and you out here drinking and acting up. Not the Wire reference, Erica. Anyway, I want to see Coach Marcus happy, and I'll be cool with him and Damon's mama. But if not her, then Amara. I can see that. I can see that. Who is Ralph? Who's Ralph, y'all? That's a journalist, right? Who is Ralph? I thought that we would explore him telling Keisha and what that would look like. Yeah. You still think that Mama Sims and Marcus gonna get together? Okay. So Jesse Raymond Sr. needs to be unemployed by next episode. Yes, completely. And I would love it if he guys beat. Was Damon's dad annoying this episode? His face annoys me. So yes, him telling Marcus that he can't talk about mental health and be honest, and then Marcus doing it anyway, and then him saying he was right. We know he was right. We know that any good thing, any positive thing, anything that's gonna move everybody forward will never come out your mouth. Cut his mic. Like, I just want him to shut up when he's talking to everybody. Like, I fear that there is no coming back for Jesse Raymond Sr. for me. None. Then go get your mind right and go get your woman. Wait, was Ralph in this episode? Did I miss it? Not me all tuned out. Yeah, I really have to go back and watch the episode for Nate, because aside from Nate in the beginning trying to speak in front of the SGA and Wiko, that's gonna be his name, Wiko, shutting her down, my apologies. I don't really remember. Like, I caught bits and pieces of like her reading Wiko, but I didn't get all the rest. So I don't even think I saw the Nate and Thea moment. Boy, bye. Talking about my sons. Exactly. I don't think I'm ever going to forget that man. Who is Veronica? Red is not a flavor. Oh, yeah. Drumline brought him up. But he wasn't in the episode. Okay, cool. So I ain't missed too much. I really just missed Nate stuff. Yeah, because he already knew what it is and what it wasn't. I don't trust that little big-headed boy myself. Oh, you talking about Vanessa? No, we're not talking about the erasure because we ain't want her to begin with. So we don't have a problem with them backspace and deleting her and her boots. Anything else we missed, y'all? I missed Keisha in this episode. I missed Cam in this episode because we ain't see Keisha, did we? Because Keisha was away. Cam was away for sure. Because I know Damon was like, yeah, you can stay with me because my roommate is out of town. I don't know. Bucket with your girl. I don't know if anybody else but Damon is going to realize. Because I don't know if anybody else is paying attention enough to Thea aside from Nate. Jesse Raymond Sr. needs to get with Jesus first. Exactly. And then maybe I'll think about it. Jesse Raymond Sr. needs to send them funds, and then we could discuss an arrangement. I swear, TikTok has the most ridiculous hold on me. Cortisone is a steroid, but it's not what people traditionally think about with steroids when they say steroids for athletes. It's not a steroid that is going to be a performance enhancer. It's a steroid to numb this part of her arm to help her not feel pain so that she can compete. Wait, why'd you spit out your water? Oh, because I did the TikTok reference. Maybe we can discuss. You find the Lord, Jesse Raymond Sr., and then maybe we can discuss an arrangement. I have no love for that man. I don't see myself forgiving him anytime soon. Yeah, Jesse Raymond Sr. just be skating on by. Fearless Heart, I am not counting down the episodes to the end of DHEA. And if you love me, you wouldn't either. Kobe says, shout out to the Different World reference with the flip up glasses on JR. Damon? Damn. Oh, damn, it's JR that dude so much. The girls are checking on him, including Gabby. I was just answering my own question. Yep. He's not, but you can have it, friend. You can have it. On site. If Keisha was there, it would be on site. Was that it? Is that all that happened? Do we want Damon and Simone to pledge? How y'all feeling about that? I didn't really pay attention to it, but that was probably because it was on JR. When there are characters that I really don't care about, I just really don't be caring. My favorite line is, this is coming from the boyfriend and the athlete. Yes! Part of what makes DHEA such a dope couple. Top athletes at the top of their game. Period. When Zeke said, did you tell him you have a man? Excuse me, sir. You won't even claim this woman. Like, what? I mean, she could still say that I am taking him back off. And also, he was her student. Sir, if you... See, this is why. Because I be out here in the world saying, if you don't go to hell real quick, under my breath. No. It don't matter what she said. She needs to be a little bit more direct when it comes to him, because he takes too many liberties and he be flirting his behind off. And best believe, I mean, also some men don't get it, because y'all be men, unfortunately. But when you need to let somebody know, you let them know. Melissa says, I don't think Damon wants to pledge. I don't think so either. Homecoming has to stop with all these pickup baseball games. That doesn't happen in real life. I don't know. Well, back in LA, I take Cole to this park that's by my house, and I swear, well, there's like a little, I think this is like a little adult league, so maybe it's not a pickup game, it's actually a league. You might be right. But I be seeing regular old people playing baseball all the time. But I also live in an area that's like mostly black and Mexican. So they're either playing baseball or they're playing soccer or basketball. Anything else we missed, y'all? Anything else we missed? Child, I need to steam my face. All this travel, my skin is so dry. No, because Simone don't really know how Greek life work, and she not willing to do enough work to try and find out. Do you think that Lando actually leaked the video, or is just a rumor? I believe he did. Kofi, not you talking about can't blame Brow for shooting his shot because Auntie Amara looked good. I'm just saying. This is how we end up with these relationships with 15-year differences in age. Sir, if you don't date your age group, ain't he fresh out? Sir. Cendrica, yeah, child. We talked about whatever that was, you know, that they call All-American these days. Yes, we already talked about Layla and Jordan bumping uglies. And we still don't care about it. And she can go ahead and lose her company and her label and a whole bunch of money behind her just wanting to bump uglies with this little peasy head boy, and we still don't care. Nate stay crying about Rico though, if it seems. Bucket with your girl asks, what am I hoping to see in this season of All American Homecoming? Now that I have a little bit more clarity on what they land out, I actually am going to make a video talking about the different projections that I could see happening. And I'm going to take, I think I also want to take time to explore some of y'all's thoughts. So like, if I was to accept the idea of Damon and Thea getting together this season, what would that look like? Even though I don't think that's going to be the case. So I am working on that for y'all. I think that you might really, really enjoy it. Yes, peasy. You don't put anything past Lando? Me either, because I don't know him. I know, Kofi. I know that you just mess around, but you also be rooting for black men, so there's also that. Can't blame you. Did I think Thea would last for this long time? Shelter, are you new here? I just snapped my neck like I had an attitude with you. I don't have no attitude with you. Are you new here? No. Oh, yes. I'm being dramatic. Yes, of course I knew they were going to last a long time. I think they're going to go for quite a bit longer. As long as this thing on cortisol don't get in the way. Chrissy says Jerry weird too, because why did he keep threatening to sign with Hawkins and press Damon about his personal life? That part. Who would you like to see as a guest star on All American Homecoming? Do they need Denzel Washington? Oh, nobody asked me that question before. You know what I told Melissa and Naya? Melissa, you want to tell them what I told y'all about the whole Morris Chestnut of it all and who they should have got if they wanted to do something? My foot is still on Lando's neck. Kinda. I just don't trust him. I need Simone to get some calls from Spencer to check her Beverly Hills entitled self. Period. Melissa will tell y'all who I think no shade to Morris Chestnut, but they might have got me back. All America might have really got me back, and I wouldn't have been playing Sims while watching it if they would have got this guy. And Melissa got the answers for y'all. And I hate that for me. But also, I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to always be truthful. Dia forever, it will never break. My last glimmer of hope in the All-American universe. Oh, Kenny. Yeah, there you go. Check the chat, y'all. Melissa just dropped who should have entered the All-American chat if they wanted anybody to pay attention and care anymore. Kadeem, that's his name. But yeah, I know who he's talking about. He plays Dwayne Lane on Different World. If they create a vortex on All American Homecoming, I will riot. We're done with the whole vortex of it all. Cendrika, there's so many reasons why I did not like the end of Reasonable Doubt. And I guess I should release those videos. Because I'm still a little salty about it, actually. I'm very salty about it. I really resent that series. I don't think I'm going to watch season 2. But yes, bring that man to All American. You want me to pay attention. Send Michael Ealy's motherfucking funds. And then we can discuss me paying attention. Ooh, Cress Williams. That's a good one. That's a good one. While we also in that realm, Wood Harris. Dominic, you watch my Surface videos? I feel like not enough people was watching it, so I ain't finished it. But I did finish this. I finished the series. I just didn't finish posting it. But now I'll post them. Because I was like, oh, nobody cares about this but me. Send the funds. Then we can discuss my engagement with this damn show. Okay. He's not always playing a stalker. Just most recently, I think my tweet got taken down, but because I tweeted him that he can no longer play a socio and or psychopath. I'm done with it. I'm done. I am done. Cendrika, you like Surface? Surface was really good, and I love Stephen James. He's the sweetest person in real life. He is so talented, and I really enjoyed him in Surface. You think that y'all will watch the breakdowns of the Reasonable Doubt? I was like trying to do research and like, cause I've recorded a bunch of them already, but like nobody was really talking about it on YouTube, so I couldn't see if there was an audience for it. And unfortunately, that plays a part into it. Like, I try to really talk about things that I'm really into and I really like, but then also I still have to be mindful of like audience, and I gotta be mindful because like this stuff takes time for me to like edit videos, record videos, and I want to. Yeah, he was also on 21 Bridges. I want to put my time and energy into things that the most amount of people will enjoy and be able to further connect with me on. And also, I need y'all help sharing the content and like helping me grow the channel more. Love Google and About the Raw. She's one of my favorites. Like, love her as an actress. Playing for keeps, you were? Okay, I think I just have to get the last 4 up from Surface. I think 1 through 6 are up. But Surface was a really good series. But it's also not like, it's a quiet series. Not that like everything that whispering or whatever. It's not, it's drama, but it's just done in such a nuanced way. It feels like a really, really long movie, and I love it. And Reasonable Doubt pissed me off like at the end just because I feel like it came out of nowhere. Like, they spend a lot of time telling us a lie and getting us to believe the lie, but it just wasn't done in a cool way. And then also where and you know what, I'll put it in my finale breakdown video. Since they in the ATL, bring out Outkast, Andre 3000. They cannot afford them, Kofi. Not you reaching for the stars. Are you gonna send the funds so that they can discuss Outkast? Yes, Beyond the Lights is one of my favorite films. I first saw her in Belle, which is the film about the first black aristocrat. And then after that, I saw her in Beyond the Lights. And then after Beyond the Lights, I was like, oh yeah, I am a fan for life. Ooh, should they do another Beyond the Lights? Bucket with Your Girl, I have been thinking about a script centered around a rapper, specifically like inspired by Megan, but along that similar lines. And I was thinking about writing something like that. But that wouldn't be something I was like super serious about. It was just something I'm interested in. And I think that story would be really cool to tell. So yeah, I could see it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for anybody in this chat who might want to go and watch Reasonable Doubt before I drop these videos. Also, secret little tidbit, y'all. I may or may not have watched, for all the Tyler Perry fans, I may or may not have watched, damn it, what is it called? Ruthless. And may or may not have already recorded thoughts on that crazy behind show. And may or may not be binge dropping all of my thoughts to that. Yeah, so yeah. If that is up your alley, then you may or may not should be on the lookout. You should or should not. Okay, Erica, now you're being goofy. I'm sleepy, y'all. I watched Ruthless, and it's all Melissa's fault. I also have watched a bunch of reality TV shows. Like while I was in Miami, which shout out to my homegirl Mariama, who I stayed with when I was in Miami. And I didn't get to go see Naya, and I was really trying to, but I swear to goodness, she has the softest bed ever. And I feel like I only get rest in a few places. And my homegirl's house in Miami, which I'm mad that she's moving to Houston, is one of them. I be sleep. I be catching up on sleep. That's what my vacations look like, y'all. I just be finally sleeping. And I gotta come back so I can see Naya, because this is now 2 times that I've been in Miami and haven't seen Naya. But anyway, I caught up on all of Love and Hip Hop, and I have thoughts, but only because they really touched on some really cool things, specifically around men's mental health and men's perspectives on blended relationships. And I'm like, oh, I got some thoughts that maybe some people wanna hear. So don't be surprised if that pops up. I'm not really the reality girl. There's Bondi for that. There's Ashley for that. But when I catch something and I got some thoughts, I be wanting to share. You watch Wakanda Forever, Micah? I saw that 3 times and I still didn't give y'all a review. I should be shamed. It's everything though. I freaking love that movie so much. I cannot wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and digital. Shar, you watch Ruthless? Okay, because Melissa is behind, so I can't even talk about it with her. My aunt is behind. I have nobody to talk about Ruthless with, and I'm mad about it. So now I know. Like, okay, I can talk to Shari. Okay. The Game reboot. I watched it. I thought about rewatching it and doing breakdowns, but will y'all watch those videos? Because I'm not about to be breaking down that show and nobody's going to watch it at all. Because honestly, that's the first season. Season 2 is coming back in December. But the first season, I could have taken it or leaving it, like, or left it. It's like not as good as the original, but I feel like it's on par. Well, actually, no, because I love Kira and Blue, honestly, and they don't have that yet. Like, the new little love interests are cool or whatever, but they're not Kira and Blue. So, they're not on par with the BET version. But it's not bad. Ruthless started out so slow. I was cussing Melissa. Well, I wasn't really cussing her out, like, because I'm not like that with Melissa. Melissa's such a sweet soul. But I was like, Melissa, every episode in season 1, up until I feel like episode 12, and y'all, I only give things 3 episodes. I was sending Melissa voice notes like, Melissa, what do you have me watching? Melissa, what is this? Melissa, how in the... So it does start off slow, but then once it take off, once you hooked, you are hooked. And then I woke up in season 2 and like, how did I get here? But press play now. Press play. Y'all want my thoughts on the game? Oh, or on Wakanda Forever. I really need to do Wakanda Forever because I don't like how people have been shading it, especially the Palm people. I don't like it. I don't like how they're being overly critical. I don't know why they're comparing Olivia and Spencer to Dwayne and Whitley, because they could never on their best day. They were just wishing on a hope and a prayer. The second Belinda had you week on my Insta story. I have so many reels and TikToks that I have just not released. I gotta get with it. This stuff be hard, y'all. Being a content creator is hard, but I'm not about to sit here and complain to my audience because y'all are amazing and y'all show up for me and I appreciate it. But like, I could be doing so much more. I need to be doing so much more. I'm glad you found my Instagram and enjoyed it. I'm really working on trying to bring more and figuring out how I can sustain that. Both Wakanda Forever and the game reboot. It was something else that y'all said. Did I also watch? That show made you ready to be done with Tyler altogether. Ruthless pushes you, okay? Ruthless is gonna take you there. Because it's also like, why is this happening? Like, Ruthless is the culmination. Like, nobody can tell me otherwise. Ruthless is the culmination of all the sick, twisted dreams that Tyler Perry has ever had. And he like, all right, the characters can do it. One thing I will tell you, Blue Kimball, who plays a major character in Ruthless, who played Keyshawn's little pimp manager in P-Valley, who I had decided, y'all, because I know me, right? Like, I know myself. I decided that I was never going to like Blue Kimball again because he really just played Rome too well. And I was going to hate him forever just in the name of Keyshawn, because that's how it goes, right? Like, Blair Underwood scares me. I was an extra in a film and I was standing waiting to be sat in the scene or whatever next to him. And I was actually really I'm not going to call myself scared, but I was a little shook because he beat bitches in everything that he do. And he will forever be the man who beat bitches, right? So Blue Kimball was going to be forever on my list. But him in Ruthless, I'm like, wait a second. Are you honorable? Wait a second. Do you have sense? Wait a second. Are you fine? What's happening here? Again, I blame Melissa. Taking people off my hit list. Like, let me enjoy the P show. If you don't like the movie, leave the room and let us enjoy it. Yes, I have been trying to stay away from everybody else's reviews until I do reviews, but I've just seen like little hot takes on Twitter and stuff, and like people just again with the ridiculous narratives that they are creating. Like, the number one thing that I started to see, and this is not a spoiler for y'all, but if Wakanda Forever was real, the U.S. would be sanctioning Wakanda. One of the very first scenes that y'all see, the United Nations is sitting around, and what are they trying to do? Get their sanctions off. And Queen is saying, y'all thought. So people having this narrative of like, it's not real, it's not doing this, it's not doing that. Everything that I saw people trying to call out and criticize, it actually happens. You just didn't like the result of how it happened. You just didn't like that colonialism and imperialism didn't get its way. And that's a you problem, baby. Not a Ryan Coogler problem, not a Kevin Feige problem, not a cast of Wakanda Forever problem. That movie is excellent. And I had no intentions or no expectations of it being as great as it was. I really went into it like they will never be able to top the original Black Panther for me. And personally, I don't actually compare them because they're both excellent in their own rights. And the second one amazed me by how amazing it is, given the things that were in place to make it always have a little asterisk with it, right? Like, Chadwick dying changes things. Ryan Coogler is a genius. The way that he was able to craft a story that honored everybody involved, including the actual comics, by not cutting off possibilities, but y'all can't tell me nothing. And especially if you a Palm person. Hush. This is not your conversation, okay? Sometimes I do be weak in the knees, and that's fine. It happens to us all. It happens to us all. Raising Kanan. Okay, Kofi. I watched Raising Kanan, Kofi. And I really was kind of bored the first 3 episodes. But the season overall, okay, cool. And the finale was fire. So, do you think I should go back and talk about it? Because I can. Not the list getting longer. Okay, Reasonable Doubt. Finish Surface. Rufus is already done. So, I just have to release it. Not Melissa doing the Lord work. And Kofi wants Raising Kanan. Anybody else want Raising Kanan? I don't need to stop playing. Stars better stop playing with Ghost 2 or Power Book 2. Ghost. That's what I'm really waiting on. Also, Wakanda is a fictitious place, so people need to shut up. Period. I had never posted my thoughts on Woman King. I was really irritated by it, and I try not to work out of a place of frustration, so I never really said anything, but I really enjoyed The Woman King, and I saw it 3 times as well, and I hated everybody's criticism around that, but I also just didn't want to get into arguments with people online about it. Surface is on Apple TV, but Woman King was really great as well. Like, really great, and I didn't really have many expectations. Like, I'm a little bit apprehensive about when they have like all women films and like women being too strong. I'm kind of like, you trying to set me up for okie doke? I'm going back into my soft era. I'm not doing this with you. But Woman King was amazing. Namor is a definition of you around you find out. Period. I need Power Book 2 Ghost now. Like right now. Right now. All right. Not that I'm gonna forget, but I might forget. So let me. If y'all had to pick what come first, before we get out of here, if y'all had to pick what come first, what do y'all want first? When it comes to these catch-ups and breakdowns. We want Surface first, the last 4 episodes of Surface. Do we want Reasonable Doubt season 1 first? Do we want The Game season 1 first? Dominic says Surface done first. 2 votes for Surface done first. Lawrence is putting in 1 vote in for Reasonable Doubt done first. All right, it's 2 and 2 right now. The options are Surface, Reasonable Doubt, The Game, Raising Kanan. Right? That's it. Oh, Wakanda Forever and Woman King also. And you only can vote once for what you think should be first. We got 4 votes up. Kim says Surface. That's 3 for Surface. Sando and the Bando on Surface. I cannot. Up. Melissa says Surface too. I'm actually excited for season 2 of Surface. Oh, I did fall off from the Shy. God damn, Erica. What are you doing? I forgot about the Shy, honestly. Ooh, and the Shy was pretty good this season. Surface is on Apple TV. All right, well, Surface is gonna be first. See many people voted Surface to start. Second, is it gonna be Reasonable Doubt or Wakanda Forever? Not Melissa's still doing the lowest work. Yes. I owe Antonio some shows to watch. He wanted me to watch, I think, Big Brother and Step Up, I think, and High School Musical. One of those three. Reasonable Doubt or Wakanda Forever? Oh. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, is that the 3? 2. Okay. I haven't seen High School Musical at all. But the remake is supposed to be like really good. Antonio was talking about it and I stopped the count. Okay. All right, I think I got it from here. Okay. What else is on there? All right. Oh no, y'all do need to help me with Raising Kanan or The Chi. Which one's first out of those two? Raising Kanan or The Chi? The new High School Musical series, I think, but I gotta check with Antonio, honestly. Are y'all in the Discord? Y'all know y'all can drop what y'all want me to watch in the Discord, right? Oh, I got Reasonable Doubt on there, Kim. I got it on the list already. We already know which order that's gonna be or where it's gonna be. Is the game before The Chi and Raising Kanan? Not Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is already on there. Yes, there's a Discord. It's linked in the description box. I believe. I think it's in there, child. Erica, don't be lying to these people. It should be. It's in the description box of every video. Yes, there is a Discord. I gotta get more active in there. I think I'm gonna start going there, like, instead of doing Twitter Spaces, because I don't know what's happening with Twitter Spaces. I think I'm gonna start going into Discord and doing like voice channels and talking about shows like right after they premiere or while I'm watching it. That'll get us active in the Discord. Melissa, you saying The Chi, or y'all just don't care? Between the Chi and Raising Kanan, y'all don't care which ones come first. But which one, where should the game be in that? Like, how many of y'all gonna watch the game? Yes, The Best Man comes out next month. Are y'all gonna watch that? If I talk about it, it's a limited series, so I'm also like, do I talk about it? Because it's not gonna come back again. Let me just write these down and then y'all can tell me, because there's a little bit of a lag. Y'all are watching Best Man? This says The Chi. Oh, somebody asked me to watch Blood and Water, and I started it. I tried, but the first episode, it takes a second, and I think I got distracted. Yeah, I know you refusing to watch it. You hope that Barry make it through. I cannot. I heard Blood and Water is good, but I think it takes a lot to, I mean, not takes a lot. It takes a second to like catch you, like to hook you. But that season 3 or 2 or something just premiered, or it's premiering this week. So much, child. I did not get to watch Underground. Oh wait, not Underground. I thought the new thing on Amazon. Yes, I watched Underground when it was on, like actually dropping new episodes. So many people that I love are on that. But it gets good. That also be the thing. I gotta prime myself with stuff, because also, like, if the thing catches me at the wrong time, I try to give things 3 episodes, but I still haven't made it through the first episode of Blood and Water, and I've tried to watch it twice now, and it's probably because I was distracted. I literally only made it through Ruthless because I started watching it, and then when I realized how ridiculous it was and I was struggling at the beginning, I started to turn it on while I was driving. So I'll be sitting in LA traffic and it'll be on. So I also was able to do other stuff, and that's how I got hooked with that. So Blood and Water is on the list, but it probably won't be anytime soon, y'all. It's taking me a lot to actually catch up with that, or like to get into it. Industry as well. I heard the second season of Industry was really, really good, but that first season, like, it lost me. Like, it really lost me very early on. Okay, if you have any other suggestions for stuff that you would like me to watch, or you want to add to the queue, you can add it in the Discord. Join the Discord, and there's a whole channel for what you should be watching. Can't wait for season 3 this week. I also watched Love is Blind, and the fact that that old boy is actually the villain, and his whole villain story is playing out on TikTok is beyond me right now. But would y'all care if I talked about Love is Blind? Actually, this season wasn't that interesting, so I don't know if I would talk about it. But all right, y'all. Anything else before we go ahead and get up out of here? I got y'all with these videos. For real, for serious. I'm waiting a little bit because I know it's a little delay from when I talk to when y'all can type. Oh, Phyllis Hart, you want to talk about Love is Blind? Child, that show was made for Cam and Lauren. And the tea that I heard about Barnett and Amber, man. But that was all from season 1. Season 3 was interesting. Child, a mess. I think I might actually like Ultimatum better than Love is Blind. But they haven't released a new season of the Ultimatum yet. Men are so trash and it's sad. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That is true. All right, y'all. Thank you for kicking it with me for this All American Live. I'm gonna go through and get a better thumbnail on this video once I get all of my stuff set up correctly, because Lord, I am struggling to keep my same routine and create things of the same quality and caliber, honey. But we're gonna push a bunch of things out. Hopefully y'all will be able to catch all of my videos, all the content I drop over the next couple days. If I don't talk to you, whether it's on the social medias or on another live, maybe I'll go live tomorrow. Then happy Thanksgiving if you partake, if you enjoy good food. We ain't actually celebrating the colonization and all of the extra stuff, but we are going to celebrate the good food, and we're going to talk about that. So have an amazing Thanksgiving. If you are going to be able to be with family, time spent with your family. If you're going to be home alone, I hope that it's peaceful and happy and joy filled, and you are able to realize that you're actually not alone because you're with yourself, and you're one of the most popular people out here on this planet. Okay. Yeah, enjoy the holiday, enjoy the food, enjoy whatever it is that you want to do. Take time for yourself, honor yourself, love on yourself. make yourself happy, especially during the holidays. Thank you so much for the traveling mercies and well wishes, because I am up in the air on Friday, headed to Detroit. Talk to y'all later. Love ya. Bye.